get my 6. Welcome to my premiere. Thank you for being here. On the way up, I saw 2 deer who are no longer here. Out of fear, they disappear. Duh. All right. Hey guys, I'm going to talk to you about something. It's about this channel, how we do things here, and about some changes I have been wanting to make for a couple of years. I'm going to tell you why I haven't done it. I've actually tried, and I want to know your thoughts on this. So I guess they use this word influencer. I don't use it because I think it sounds arrogant. I view myself as a social media content creator. And I don't say social media, or I don't say YouTube content creator, because once upon a time I was a fake book content creator, and things changed, and I'm no longer there. So I like to keep, I don't limit myself. I don't paint myself into a corner. I'm a social media content creator. All right, well, a few years ago, I guess this channel was really taking off. It was doing really well, and YouTube sent me an email inviting me to join like some sort of YouTube partner program where they would give me this dedicated coach for 6 months to work with me one-on-one. I was like, man, that's awesome. Yeah, I want to do that. So I replied, yeah, sign me up, brah, you know. Never heard from them. Well, year went by. They did it again, sent me that invitation again. Yeah, man. I'm like, they must have just not got the email from last year, you know. I'm like, sign me up, brah. Excuse me. Never heard from them. So I got the thing again like last fall. I'm like, whatever, dude. They don't want me. To heck with them. I got better things to do than to respond to responses that won't be responded to back. So I didn't respond to it. Well, a couple of weeks ago, a wonderful, lovely lady from YouTube reached out to me personally and said, hey, we want you in this program. Your channel has a lot of potential. You've really done some amazing things up until this point on your own without this program. We'd like to help you out. And so I was like, wow, I guess they mean it this time. So I replied to that. I said, sure, man, any opportunity, any way we can think of to grow the channel. So I've got this wonderful, lovely lady that I'm working with now, and she's my YouTube partner agent. And we just spent about an hour and a half FaceTiming each other, and I wanted to go live. She gave me a lot of information, a lot of advice. It was great advice, and I did want to go live. I haven't done a live stream in 10 months, and she was able to tell me that by looking at my information there on her end of the system. But we have had thunderstorms moving in and out of our area here for the last couple of days, and while I was talking to her, our power went out 3 times, which of course knocked the internet out 3 times. I had to wait for it to come back up, and I feared that might happen during a live stream, so I didn't want to go live. I know, right? It's like everybody's like, this guy isn't off the grid. Hey, were you there for that conference call today? No, she and I were there, and we can both tell you I was off the grid. It takes 90 seconds for my internet to come back on when that happens, so it's like a minute and a half times 3. I was off the grid for a long time, brah. All right, so anyway, I'm going to be brutally honest with you, because if it were not for you, my viewers, especially my regular viewers, who are only 17% of my subscribers, that's just how the math works. 17% of you who always come back is pretty much what allows me and my family to live this wonderful lifestyle we live, because we have been successful creating content for YouTube. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. As you know, I upload a video like every day. I mean, every now and then. There's been times where I have gone literally like 4 months without a day off. And it's too much, and it's been too much for a while. And I know you're saying, well, gosh, how hard could it be? You're talking to your phone for 20 minutes a day. Yeah. But I do it about a different topic, or I tell a different story every day, and I've been doing it every day for nearly 5 freaking years. Consistently since 2018, when I got that job that sucked, that made me miserable, the job I hated that made me miserable, working as a mail carrier for the post office. I was like, there's got to be a better way. And so yes, and this is another benefit to the premiere. Did you hear that? It was footsteps. Keep getting my 6. We made the dream come true because of you. And again, thank you again. But here's a spoiler alert. I didn't want to give this away until later in the year. October Nights, Part 2, 31 more tales for the Halloween season is coming out this fall, okay? We're at June now. This thing is very much in production. I need time to finish it. There's other things I want to do with my writing. There's things that, you know what I want to do? I want to be able to take 2 or 3 days off, not have to worry about making a video, and take little 2 or 3 day trips with my family, which we do. But when we do that, we always will say, well, we got to make our video. And it's not that we don't want to make videos while we're doing those things and upload them and share them with you, because we do. As you know, just every now and then, we do some really neat things. This spring, we went to a Bon Jovi concert. A couple of falls ago, we went and saw the Goo Goo Dolls. We'll go to the beach, or we'll take a trip to the mountains, and we make videos and we record these. I want to have 2 or 3 days off in a row where I don't have to even worry about that, so I can focus more on the writing. So there's a way to do that. My YouTube partner agent didn't tell me anything I didn't already know, but she hit on some subjects I've not been comfortable with, and I'm going to talk to you about this now and tell you why. Listen, I make 99.9% of my revenue from YouTube from ads, okay? That's only one way to do it. There's other ways to do it, and there's other YouTubers who do it other ways, and I have access to these ways, but I've always felt badly about it. And I've told you this if you've been with me a long time. Like when I go live, or when I do like a premiere like I'm doing now, you can send me super stickers, and this is pre-recorded. I know I'm there chatting with you, and if you've sent me a super, I've thanked you, and again, thank you. And if you're going to do it after you are now aware of it because I mentioned it, thank you. But I'm not always I'm not comfortable with that. And again, it goes back to a story that I told my YouTube partner agent today. I'm going to give her a shout out. Her name's Irish. Okay, I'm not going to tell you anything else about her, but her name's Irish, and she's wonderful. I shared this information with her, and I've shared it with you before. You know, when I was a mailman, one of the things I remember about that job is how in every neighborhood, every subdivision, down every country road, there was always that one little old person, usually a little old lady, sometimes a little old man, who would get like a stack of mail like this every day. And what it was from people asking for money. And I knew what was going on. These folks' hearts were bigger than their bank accounts were. And if somebody asks him for, with only $2, you can save the whales, or you can save the purple butterflies, or you can save the snails that only have one antenna and an eyeball because the other one's coming out of their back, they would send it to them, not because they were stupid or naive, but because they were caring and they had big hearts. Do you guys see that? I mean, if you've been watching that, my heart always went out to these little old people, and I would actually meet them sometimes. They were just wonderful people, and I knew, I used to be a financial planner, okay, for 8 years. I knew these folks were living on a very limited fixed income, and they were giving more of their money away than they should have been. And so when we would go live, or when I do a premiere, and a lot of you folks would start throwing money at me, I just remembered those days. And the question comes up in my mind, can these folks do it? Now, I know a lot of you can. I know a lot of you watching, money's not a problem, and you don't mind throwing $20 to your favorite YouTube family or your favorite YouTuber. But I just, I don't know. So anyway, Miss Irish and I were talking, and we talked for more than an hour, like an hour and 15 minutes. And it almost seems as if for me to be able to get the time off that I want, to be able to take 2 or 3, and during the 2 or 3 days, if we're out doing something cool, yeah, we'll get some video footage, but we're going to upload it when we get home, or maybe the next day. We're not going to have to make sure to stop. And I mean, I came home back to the hotel room after the Bon Jovi concert, and I'm uploading videos because I hadn't done that for that day. And this, okay. And the live thing, when it's a clear day and there's no storms, the connection isn't a problem. I could do more of that, but I'm just hesitant to do that. I don't want to tell people not to give, but we shut down our mailbox. We got a P.O. box because people were like, I want to mail you this, I want to mail you that. And I thought, well, okay, we'll do that. We'll open a P.O. box because they're not giving us money. A lot of you folks, you sent us stuff you made, and it was so endearing to get it. And again, if so many of you, names are escaping me, but a wonderful woman in England who paints with watercolors, Maria Algeria, I hope I didn't mispronounce the last name, down in Texas, wonderful artist, drew me pictures and sent them to me that I have framed and hung in my office. They're so good. She's such a wonderful artist. We didn't mind those sorts of things. But it was so much. It was so many. I mean, we basically were becoming hoarders. It looked like we were becoming hoarders. We had, it was my office upstairs was overrun with stuff you guys were mailing. So we appreciate that. I want you to understand me clearly. We appreciate the stuff. But we're concerned with what that might be costing you. If it's stuff you made, you want to share your skills and your talent, that's wonderful. But people were buying some stuff. We got sent some pretty pricey stuff. And if you've watched some of these videos, you know what some of that pricey stuff was. Yes, we appreciate it. Yes, we put it to use. And yes, it has improved the quality of our lives. But I always stop and say, gosh, could this person really afford to do this? And it didn't sit well with me. As I told Irish, I'm motivated to earn money, but I'm not greedy. I don't want to take advantage of it. I will not take advantage of anybody for profit. That's why, like our Etsy store, my silly little Tunaka wood carving, wood spirit sticks that we sell, I've taken up wood carving, as you can tell. That doesn't bother me. And I know those carvings are not that good. That's why like half of them are still there and haven't been purchased by anybody. But I know the folks, you guys watch and want to buy that to help me, not because you really want that wood carving, or it's certainly not because it's any good. But I can rest better with that because I feel as if you're getting something of value. Sticks aren't very valuable in return for your donation for me and my family, which we appreciate. Now the books, hey, that's fair and square because those are really well written books. Those are good stories, well told, well written. I'm thinking about October Nights Part 2 again, 31 more tales for a Halloween season. You guys are going to love it. You're going to love it. I mean, and we're going to do it again in October where I come out and just basically, and I do that because I know not everybody can afford to buy a book. So if you can't afford to buy it, hey, you get to come here in October and hear a creepy, spooky, paranormal related, Halloween season related story every night for October, whether you can afford to buy the book or not. And it's just, but if you do buy the books from the Etsy store, and the link is in the description box below, you get something of value for your money. So this has always been my hesitation. But there's been a second hesitation as well, and I'm going to be brutally honest with you about it, and I was brutally honest about it with Irish on our call today. I come from a very toxic, dysfunctional, abusive background. And most of my life, I would willingly get involved with toxic, dysfunctional, abusive people because it's what I knew. That's what I saw. That's how my brain formed. It has taken me a long time to get over so much of that and to disallow such people from my life, from entering. Sometimes they snowball me, but once I figured out, this is a little too toxic here for my comfort, I make sure to excommunicate those people. And I've learned to identify the wonderful people, like the majority of the folks that watch these videos, and my friends. my friends, close friends. I mentioned the other day in a video, I don't have as many friends as most people, but I guarantee you if I needed somebody at 3 o'clock in the morning, I would have more of my friends show up than most people because they're real, they're genuine, and they're not toxic. It doesn't mean that they don't have certain issues. Hey, I've gotten tire subscriptions. I've said it before, but when I need help and when I need to talk to somebody, I do, and I only associate with people who do the same. No one's perfect. We all have flaws. We're all flawed, but not everybody's trying to get better. And I understand you're flawed, but where am I going with this? Here's where I'm going with this. I guess I need to get over and I need to accept the fact that there are people who watch these videos who genuinely do want to help me and my family because they enjoy us for whatever reason. And they're not the little old person in that neighborhood who gives $2 to all these, 150 different places that they can't afford to give $2 to. There are many of you out there who can send a super chat, a super thanks. You can go to my videos now, even just a video, and below the video, and Miss Irish told me I should mention this in every video, and I knew it, I just haven't been doing it. There's like a super thanks. It looks like a heart with a dollar sign. Like if I made a video that you really enjoyed, or if it really helped you to some degree, you can click on that and send a few bucks or whatever as a way of showing thanks. And I enabled that feature. I mean, she was like, you've enabled all these features, but you don't use them, you don't promote them. Why? Well, it's twofold. This is why. My fear was the little old person that was giving money they didn't have to give. They're going to be there. And if that's you, please don't. Hey, just comment and tell me how much you love the video. And it's okay to say, I'd love to give you some money, but I don't have it. And I hope you appreciate the fact that I'm telling you not to do that. But I know you're probably in the minority, and I know that the majority of folks who do give can afford it easily. So I guess this is it. I guess I need to, if I've been working for years to dump the belief system that I am not deserving of joy, happiness, prosperity, health, wealth, that I don't enjoy, or if I don't deserve to enjoy life to its fullest because I'm a worthless piece of crap, who's not good at anything, who always makes mistakes, who always does the opposite. For me, listen, getting better, getting healthy, it's not just words. It's actions. It's like love. A lot of people think that love is a noun. It's a thing. It's something you feel. No, love is an action. Love is a verb. You can tell somebody a million times how much you love them, but how much are you showing them? You've got to actually do it. So I really feel this is a challenge for me in regard to one of my goals of becoming the best me I can be, because for many years I focused on being the person that perhaps the parent with borderline personality disorder demanded I be, otherwise I would not be accepted or I would not be loved. I can tell myself I'm past that, and I've talked to so many people about that, about getting past that, and I've done so much work, but I've got to finalize this and say, you know what? I need to go live. I need to do live streams. I need to do premieres, and I need to announce the super thanks. And if people want to throw money at me because there's something that somebody gets out of these videos that helps them get through their day a little bit better, I need to say, hey, you know what? This person gave you 20 bucks, and you know what? You're worthy. You are worthy. Because again, it's just the minority of you who are probably the little old person who can't. I've been using that as the excuse to block out the other 95% of you who can. And I've been doing it under the flag of, I'm doing this for you, not me. But the truth of it is, no, I've been doing it under the flag of, wait a minute, I'm supposed to believe I'm a worthless piece of crap who's not deserving or worthy of joy, happiness, health, wealth, prosperity, all these things, because I got to fit that mold that and I'm talking about someone who hasn't even communicated with me for more than 12 years now. So I want to get better all the way, and the only way to do it is through actions. Don't think for any minute that here coming up, if you see the the content uploading frequency on this channel drop from like every day to like 4 days a week, 3 days a week. I told Irish, ideally I would love to do it just 2 days a week so I can spend the rest of that time. And listen, I might only come out here and talking to my phone for 20 to 30 minutes a day, but I spend half the freaking day trying to figure out what it is I'm going to come out here and talk about. That's taking time away from completing October Nights Part 2. That's taking time away from knocking out the next Bigfoot Sasquatch Files Volume 14. You can get all first 13 volumes on Amazon. The link's in the description box below. But you know what? You can also give us super thanks. You can give us super sticker. You can send us super chat when I go live. You can do these things too. And I guess I'm willing to feel worthy and deserving of those things. And if you're willing to help me get there, it's this weird thing about this channel. I've never met any of it. Well, I've met some of you. Run into people in public. We'll be downtown in Charlottesville at a game or at a restaurant, and people come up to me and they'll be like, "Hey, I'm sorry to bother you, but are you a YouTuber?" And I'll say, I look around, make sure no one's watching, and I say, potentially. They say, "Oh, I knew that was you. I love your channel." I mean, that happens, and it's always enjoyable when I do. And then, of course, we get stared at a lot. We know you watch us, but you don't want to say anything. Hey, you can say something, okay? We're not going to get offended and, just don't stalk us. You know what I mean? Don't ask us where we live or try to follow us home. I don't know. So it's like, there it is. I've just kind of put it out there for you. I have no intentions of leaving YouTube, ever. I love it here. I love this. I do. But my point of what I was saying earlier is I kind of have come to feel as if I do know some of you because of your comments, and I never comment back, and I apologize for that, and I stopped because, as many of you who have read certain of the Bigfoot Sasquatch Files know, I wrote a story about it in there. So many people that I wouldn't comment back to would get pissed and like just... listen, there's so many people, 281,000 subscribers. Miss Irish said that number today. I was like, what? I got how many? I mean, I knew it was up there, but I don't really understand it, how it's worked. But it could work in a different way. I guess if we were to do this, I would be more interactive with you, and I've never minded that, but these are the reasons I haven't done it. I've been concerned about people who can't afford it, sending money they don't have to give. And I guess I felt like I wasn't worthy to come out here and just... but I know I am. And I want to be the best me I can be. And I know that a lot of you have mentioned in the comments about how I've helped you become a better you or the best you that you can be. I want that to continue. But I honestly want it to continue less frequently. So if I did back off from the daily uploads, I guess what I would be willing to do to kind of make that up to you is be more interactive with you. Maybe do a premiere once a week like this. So while you're watching this video, we're sitting there chatting. But on clear, bright, sunny days when there's no thunderstorms, I wouldn't mind going live again. If that was something you were interested in, if you wanted to see me go live and you could communicate with me. And, if you want to, you're one of these crab mentality people, especially someone from my past, somebody maybe I was in a relationship more than a decade ago with that I can't even remember, that you want to come on here and insult me and, "Hey, Kevin, why don't you tell them about that time you did this terrible thing?" Like Thanksgiving horror stories. I told Irish, it's funny. I believe that was a tree knock. I'm hearing voices. Tree knocks and voices. Portal might be opening. Perhaps I need to close this down and get out of here. I'm gonna come on here, be an a-hole, whatever. I'm just gonna ban you. I don't care. That, honest to God, doesn't bother me. I know you're out there. This is for the people that matter, who are the majority of my viewers. If you would like to see this, less videos from me, which I know you might not like, but if you would like to see me become more interactive with you, by way of premieres, by way of live streams, let me know. I'm willing to do it. After talking to Irish, I know I should have been doing it differently, but I've just had those concerns, but it's time to get past that. So let me know your thoughts. Thank you for being here. Again, if you've already sent a super sticker of whatever, thank you. Just please, please, please. This is what I want you to take away from this more than anything else. If we do this going forward, less daily uploads, but more premieres, more lives. If your bills are not paid, if there's something you need that requires financing to get, do not ever send me money, please. Our needs are met. We have more food in our house than we can eat. Our bills are paid. We have money in the bank, and I'm driving a truck that's practically new. There's not a tool I don't need, and half of what I have that I use because you folks sent. We don't need anything. So if you don't have it, don't send it. But if you have it and you want to show your appreciation, I will allow you to send it. I will accept it. The IRS will be happy to accept their portion of that. YouTube will be happy to take their cut. And I will consider myself to be worthy of you having sent that to me. And I am very grateful and appreciative, and I will always thank you. So let me know your thoughts on how you'd like to see things progress going forward. We'll see you then next time for more. Well, you know what I'm going to go do now, right? Wrong. I got to go upload this video. We're going to go premiering in like 40 minutes.